Welcome to Chasing Curiosity TV. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. Something extraordinary is happening at Subic Bay. Just weeks ago, hundreds of U.S. military helicopters descended on this historic Philippine port, lining up in neat, imposing rows along the old runways. It was a stunning display of American air power, one not seen here for decades. But then, just as quickly, the helicopters began to vanish, not into the sky, but piece by piece, under heavy guard. Local residents describe a massive, secretive operation. Teams of technicians dismantling Apaches and Blackhawks, rotors removed, electronics crated, all under intense security. U.S. Marines patrol the perimeter, turning away onlookers and press, fueling speculation and unease. In an era of rising South China Sea tensions, every military move is scrutinized. The sudden appearance and methodical disassembly of such a force is no routine event. It's a calculated move with global implications. The silence from officials has created a vacuum filled with rumors and theories. Is this a retreat, a buildup, or something else entirely? The drama at Subic Bay is more than a local curiosity, it's a live-action story of military strategy and power politics. We're here on the ground, piecing together the truth behind the vanishing helicopters. The answers could redefine the balance of power in the Indo-Pacific. To understand today's events, you need to know Subic Bay's history. For nearly a century, this harbor was the backbone of U.S. military power in Southeast Asia. Subic Bay Naval Base, once the largest U.S. installation overseas, projected American influence across the region. After the Philippine Senate ended the U.S. presence in 1992, the base became a commercial hub. Warehouses replaced munitions, barracks became hotels, and Subic Bay symbolized a new era of economic growth. But geography is destiny. Its strategic location remains unchanged, offering direct access to the South China Sea. As tensions with China have grown, the Philippines has pivoted back toward its old ally. Agreements like EDCA have allowed a rotational U.S. military presence to return, including at Subic Bay. The current scale of activity, however, is unprecedented in the modern era. Hundreds of helicopters on the runways echo the past and signal a new chapter. Subic Bay's identity as a strategic outpost is being reawakened. Once again, it's at the center of global power competition. The first hints of something unusual came from local fishermen. Massive U.S. military transport ships anchored in the bay, offloading helicopters flown in short hops to the old air station. Port workers described it as an invasion of machines. More helicopters than anyone had seen, even in the base's heyday. Excitement quickly turned to suspicion as the operation unfolded with unsettling secrecy. U.S. Marines in full combat gear established a strict perimeter, blocking access and warning locals not to take photos. The lockdown fueled rumors. This was no simple training exercise. Technicians dismantled helicopters with surgical precision, rotors detached, components removed, fuselages wrapped in climate-controlled coverings. The process suggested preservation, not disposal. The lack of official information only deepened the mystery. Why bring hundreds of advanced helicopters to the Philippines just to take them apart? Local news hit a wall of silence from both U.S. and Philippine authorities. The narrative was shaped by whispers and grainy social media images. The entire nation was gripped by intrigue. The question on everyone's lips: what is really happening at Subic Bay? The answer, it seemed, was hidden in plain sight. The world was watching and waiting. In the absence of facts, rumors thrive. The most sensational theory? The U.S. was turning the Philippines into a military scrapyard. Some believe these helicopters were obsolete, scrapped here to save costs and skirt regulations. Outrage followed. Activists decried the Philippines as America's junkyard, raising sovereignty and environmental concerns. Others speculated the U.S. was stripping helicopters for parts, giving leftovers to the Philippine military, or withholding advanced tech. Conspiracy theories flourished, fueled by secrecy and distrust. But military experts quickly poked holes in these ideas. The helicopters at Subic, like the AH-64E Apache, are among the most advanced in the U.S. arsenal, not scrap. The careful, climate-controlled dismantling was inconsistent with disposal. Scrapping is destructive, this was preservation. The evidence pointed to storage, not junking. The scrapyard theory was dramatic but didn't fit the facts. The real reason had to be something else. The truth was far more strategic. Here's the real story. This is about strategy, not destruction. The U.S. is pre-positioning military equipment, stockpiling helicopters in a forward location for rapid deployment. Instead of flying an entire wing across the Pacific in a crisis, the gear is already here, cocooned in climate-controlled storage. When needed, these helicopters can be quickly reassembled and deployed. It's all about speed, being able to respond in hours, not weeks. Dismantling and storing helicopters protects them from the elements and saves space. This operation is a major investment in readiness and a signal of deepening U.S.-Philippine military ties. It's only possible with full Philippine government cooperation under EDICA. The Subic Bay operation is the most visible execution of that agreement yet. Hundreds of advanced aircraft are now stored on Philippine soil, ready for any regional crisis. This is forward defense, not abandonment. The types of helicopters pre-positioned reveal the operation's intent. The AH-64E Apache Guardian is the U.S. Army's primary attack helicopter, a flying tank, signaling readiness for high-intensity combat. The UH-60 Black Hawk is the workhorse, moving troops, supplies, and evacuating wounded, essential for the Philippines' island geography. The CH-47 Chinook, a heavy-lift tandem rotor, can carry platoons or sling-load artillery and vehicles, enabling large-scale operations. Together, these helicopters form a complete air assault package: Apaches for firepower, Black Hawks for mobility, Chinooks for logistics. This is no random mix, it's a force tailored for the region's challenges. Prepositioning them near potential flashpoints is a profound strategic statement. It's an air cavalry brigade in a box ready to be unpacked. The message: the U.S. can project power here, fast. The implications are unmistakable. What's happening at Subic Bay is a revival of Cold War strategy. Back then, the U.S. prepositioned massive stockpiles in Europe, tanks, artillery, and supplies, so troops could fly in and fight within days. This POMCUS approach deterred Soviet aggression by ensuring rapid reinforcement. After the Cold War, the strategy shifted to new hotspots, proving vital in the Gulf War. Now, with China's rise, the focus is on the Indo-Pacific. Prepositioning in the Philippines is a direct response to this new challenge. The principle remains forward defense and rapid reinforcement. The location has changed, but the logic is the same. Subic Bay is once again a frontline outpost. Fighter jets and warships grab headlines, but helicopters are the real game-changer here. The Philippines' 7,600 islands, rugged terrain, and remote coastlines make helicopters essential. They leapfrog from island to island, insert troops, and operate from unprepared clearings. In a crisis, helicopters can rapidly deploy forces to defend scattered islands or supply isolated outposts. Apaches provide firepower, Black Hawks move troops, Chinooks deliver supplies. Beyond combat, these helicopters are vital for disaster relief, delivering aid to communities cut off by typhoons or floods. Their dual-use capability builds public support for the U.S. presence. The focus on helicopters matches the region's unique threat environment. In gray zone conflicts or limited skirmishes, rapid helicopter response is crucial. This is modern island defense in action. The Subic Bay operation sends powerful messages worldwide. To China, it's a direct counter to its South China Sea expansion. Real U.S. military capability, right at the edge of disputed waters. To America's allies, it's reassurance. The U.S. commitment to regional security is real and tangible. It strengthens the alliance network that underpins the Indo-Pacific order. For the Philippines, it transforms the alliance, moving from exercises to operational integration. But it also puts Manila at the center of U.S.-China rivalry, forcing tough choices. The vanishing helicopters are a symbol of a new, more dangerous era. Quiet work on the tarmac is redrawing the region's strategic map. The U.S. is placing its chess pieces, preparing for a game it hopes never to play. The balance of power is shifting. Subic Bay, once a relic, is again at the heart of global geopolitics. The world is watching. The stakes have never been higher.